everyone, my name is Sarah Carpe. This is my tribute speech for my Speech 101 class, Index 8012. In this speech, I'm going to be paying respects and tributing the Wampanoag Native Americans. The Wampanoag Native Americans played a significant part in the foundation of our country. They were present for events like the Mayflower landing on Plymouth Rock and the Pilgrims colonizing that area. These events would not have been possible without the generosity of these tribes, but also they went through a lot of suffering that played a part in the foundation of this country. The purpose of this video is to honor and encourage others to honor the history and tradition of the Wampanoags. Everybody knows the story of Thanksgiving. The Pilgrims on the Mayflower landed on Plymouth Rock. They didn't have supplies, they weren't prepared, and winter was coming. Squanto, a native who could speak both English and the native language, helped facilitate the natives, giving them food, shelter, and the knowledge to grow their own food. So the Pilgrims made it through the winter, and in the following summer and fall, they harvested, and they had a Thanksgiving feast to thank the natives. This story, unfortunately, is glorified. There is a hidden, unfocused aspect of the story. Before the Pilgrims landed on Plymouth Rock, there was up to 90% wiped. The Wampanoags were wiped out up to 90%. Enslavement and disease mainly played a part in this. Diseases like smallpox. And rival tribes threatened the Wampanoags. So when the Pilgrims landed, they took this opportunity to trade food, shelter, and knowledge for guns to fend off from the rivaling tribes. They did this with the help of Tisquantum, who is the real Squanto. That's his real name, Tisquantum. And the only reason the Pilgrims thrived was because there was so much abandoned tribe area from the 90% death. Where the Wampanoags lived before they died from disease and were taken away from kidnapping due to the slave trade. The real Thanksgiving was a harvest celebration between the Pilgrims and natives. It celebrated peaceful coexisting and harvest. And it was probably taking place around a campfire and not at a big long table like you see in many depictions. The Wampanoag people, the name Wampanoag means people of first light. There were up to 40,000 members before they were wiped out almost entirely, and up to 69 tribes. They lived in the area that is now known as Cape Cod, Martha's Vineyard, and Nantucket, and their traditions and history included that they believed in balance and respect for the earth, and that in return they would be given gifts from the earth. They pass on their history even to this day with oral tradition. They practice singing and dancing, hunting together. And I believe that Thanksgiving should not only celebrate giving thanks, but the Wampanoag values of respect and balance. We should pay tribute to the lives lost because, although they are tragic, we would not have reached where we are now without them. We should be knowledgeable about the history and their traditions, and we should preserve the current native population. There are only about 4,000 to 5,000 members left of this nation. And most importantly, we should pay tribute to the Wampanoag touch on our reality.